I'm working with a small community of people around the world in the order of around 300 people. We're globally dispersed. We work in a way that's fairly autonomous, but we can't afford to do that. We need to be able to contact into our core competencies, ask a question, and get an answer. What we want to have is a guy who can just go in there, intuitively go to our site, ask a question, and get the answer he wants, without knowing what tool he's using, what technologies are involved, and not having to navigate all over the place to find things. I want to get real-time information as well as a stream of activity of things that are going on. I want to find out about information. I'm not going down the hallway and just asking my colleague, do you remember so-and-so did that? I just go out and just ask the question. We could spend $1 million a year in pursuit of knowledge sharing. And if we just had an intervention that prevented 2 operational problems in our field, we've already paid for it. As long as it's easy and it's right in your face and it's very findable, I'm almost guaranteed success that my folks are going to be starting to take advantage of these technologies and will be clamoring for them. I'm expecting more pull than I can handle here in the short term.
Bringing everything together in a universal inbox. It's the whole principle about, you know what you know, but you don't know what you don't know. And by exposing a wide range of information, wide range of feeds, wide range of community and interactions of your peers.
In our culture, it's mostly between the offices. To bring those folks in who are actually at the coalface, doing the work themselves into these conversations will really, really enrich our dialogue. A picture is worth 1,000 words. And in the ability to take a picture on my iPhone and to immediately upload that into our Tibbr community and start a discussion topic around it has many, many dimensions. The one that comes to mind immediately is when we drill, we use a tool called a drill bit. And it crunches and mashes rock up. We circulate all that rock out of the hole, but at a certain point in time, after 36, 48, how many hours, that drill bit wears down, the rock wears it out, and we no longer can drill effectively. So we have to trip all this equipment out of the hole. 10 or 15,000 feet of 5-inch drill pipe we have to pull out of the hole, and when we come out of the hole we look at the bit. And how it wore tells a story. There could be some really strange wear patterns on it that we've never seen before, something very much to be expected. And in order to enable our operations to be more efficient, the ability to evaluate that wear right then and there is very important, because it will determine what kind of bit we go back in the hole with. Now, the expertise may or may not be on the rig to actually have the experience to be able to look at that wear. And so if we can take a picture of that bit, slap it back up to the community and be able to have a bigger discussion around that. This could be a drilling operation in the North Sea, and it comes out with something really strange we haven't seen before, and somebody in Australia can say, hey, wait a minute, when I was drilling a year ago, I saw the exact same thing under these circumstances, and this is what we did.
Now, if you show that the activity around a specific hot topic is happening all around the world, you're showing a trend, and that means it's a trend that you want to maybe address as an organization to improve either the knowledge around, the learning around, or the training around.
You're actually showing what kind of conversations are going on in a way that's much more visceral to the human mind. In the future, going forward, we want to be able to capture the whole community and be able to appropriately reap the knowledge that's going on external from the corporation too.
Why don't we bring in other independents or other oil companies? This becomes a centralized cloud service that everyone leverages and everyone can utilize.
And one of the things that's very important to us is to have some significant ability to integrate with our SharePoint instance. We want to have basically Tibbr be the way we see the world. And folks don't even have to know that it's SharePoint that's our document store.
Not only do we look to use Tibbr as the primary interface through which we enable our community and collaboration, but with the ability to be able to post into Tibbr and synchronize it back into SharePoint is extremely valuable.
But when we talk about social media, if you want to have that directness, that immediateness of having a conversation, you need to be talking about a video. If you're in the moment, we're having a discussion, why not do it face to face?
What is even more important, I think, actually is the fact that it's being stored, and it's stored straight into the community, and I've never seen that happen before. If someone's talking to something about a specific problem, they can initiate a video conference, they can show what's going on, the person can advise it, and not only do you get one value of one person to one person giving advice, that experience, the problem's been captured, the experience been captured, the solution's been captured, and it goes straight to a wider community.
If there's some place I can go that's highly customized to me, and I can select very specifically RSS feeds that I want to be able to be looking at, particular people that interest me a lot because they have a lot of expertise that's value to me, people on my own team, subjects that are very important to me, and if I can have one place to go to do that, I've just lowered the bar to all kinds of resource-intensive training.
It truly is all about bringing in information, context, and understanding of people you know and environments you know from left field that you never would expect. There's never been a formalized methodology to do that other than through a kind of a revolutionary type of tool that brings these type of environments together, and you have the strength and the opportunity to personalize, and personalization is very, very, very key. I can decide who I follow, I can decide what I'm following, I can decide what comes into my stream or not. That's very important as well, to give that freedom to an individual.